Now there's hardly any lag time. I mean, like 3 seconds of lag on this. I just don't get it. Play you a tune? No, not tonight. Sorry. I'm going to talk about German made knives tonight. And I'm only going to be here for an hour. What's up, Johnny B? Oh my God, where are these boneheads at? Which book did you get? The one about gentleman's knives? Yeah, that's a good book, ain't it? You learn so much about them. In fact, that's what I wanted to talk about tonight is the German-made knives. If it's made from wood, I can carve it. A lot of interesting companies in there that make knives from around the world, ain't there, Johnny? I gotta text somebody real quick. There he is. Thought you were sleeping or something. What's going on, man? We got Johnny B in the house tonight. He got that gentleman's pocketbook, or gentleman's pocket knife book I told him about. What's up, Austin? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you had a wonderful day today. This is a James knife. You ever see a James knife? Button lock. No, I didn't pay attention to Austin. What's up, YTSK? Yeah, this is VG10. You ever have a knife with VG10? Currently at work 1 minute. You mean you've only been there for a minute? Tick, tock, tick, tock. Anyways, my father-in-law, or my stepfather, gave me this tonight and said, I need you to sharpen my knife. I said, why? What's wrong? He says, I've used every one of my stones, everything I could to sharpen this thing, and I cannot sharpen it. I said, it's because it's VG10. That's why you can't sharpen it. I said, you got any diamond stones? He's like, no. I'm like, well, that's why you can't sharpen it. So I says, I'll bring it home in less than a minute. I'll have it razor sharp. So I put it on the 2-inch grinder. In 1 minute, it's now razor sharp. Show you what, Justin? How to sharpen these on the grinder? Don't even ask, Lucifer. Nice try, Lucifer. No, can't do it, because you know what happens when I start that grinder up, right? I've told you before, brother. It wakes the wife up. I don't have a diamond sharpener. And if you don't have diamond sharpeners, all you need is a grinder. I can show people how to sharpen a knife, but there ain't enough fans here to do that right now. That's right. Happy wife, happy life. This thing falls on its own gravity. Real slowly. I have a diamond sharpener, but it only goes up to 800 grit. And that's all you really need, but I just don't want to do it because it's already sharpened and I don't need to do it. Oh. This ain't a gravity knife. It's gravity that puts the blade down, though. VG10. Ugh. This is shitty paper to cut. I gotta sharpen it a little bit more yet. Damn. Gotta sharpen it a little bit more. And put it back on the I got whetstones up to 14,000 grit, but I'm not gonna get them out because I gotta get them all wet and nah. Nope, not gonna do it. This is my baby for now. Oh yeah. Big old clasp. Love this thing. Absolutely love it. Look at the color of that bone. Isn't that beautiful? Where's Louis at, Justin? He went night-night. He said, heck with that. I'm going to bed. Making a video, another short. What, my shit's breaking up again, ain't it? Look at that. It's all blurry. Wow. Why is my video all blurry? Nothing's going right here tonight. My video's all blurry. This is a different knife. I'll hit this VG10 on this. On I think this is 8,000 grit on the other side. Oh, where the heck is that thing at? Oh, there it is. $8,000. I could put some water on these too. Oh man, I don't know how this is gonna work out. Ah, you know where he get that red toolbox from? The big one? From the hardware store. No, actually, I got it from, where did I get it? I bought that at Sears. Sears. When Sears was open, years back. Sears, or you can go to Farm and Fleet, or Fleet and Farm, depending on where you live at. Tractor Supply's got them. This is my Japanese Whetstone here. This was 8,000 grit. $6,000 is the one underneath. And this is 2,000. Medium. No, 1,000. Yeah. I need to flatten these things. Boy, I haven't used these in a long time. Man. You've been on for 22 minutes? "34 people watching, yeah. That's cool. Alright. A lot more than the OBS, huh? You don't really have to push so hard on these finer grits. Once you get over 1,000, just let the stone do the work. I can see that nice burr forming there. You didn't know no idea I sharpened a knife. What do you think I was doing? Cutting sausage or what? Alright. That's 6,000. Now I'll go to 8,000 here. I mean, I'm barely putting pressure on this knife. Let the stone do the cutting. I'm generally holding on about a 17 to 19 degree double angle. And you'll get good at this the more you do it, to where it becomes a muscle memory and you just leave it right at that angle. Good way to tell if you're on the right angle when you're sharpening. If you lay this flat against the stone here. See the shadow under the blade? You lift that up until that shadow goes away, right there. That's the bevel. That's the angle that you want to sharpen it. Now, if I drop it back down, watch that shadow start popping up. See that? I don't know if you can really see that. There's a shadow under the blade. When it disappears, right there, no more shadow. That's the bevel angle that you want. Same on this other side too. See, there's a shadow. There it ain't. Now I'll start sharpening at that bevel angle. And I'm just barely putting pressure on this knife. Let the stone do the work. This is 8,000 grit. Once you get up to 800 plus, 800 grit to 1,000 grit, you start polishing the blade. When you buy a new knife from Benchmade, Spyderco, Case, you know, generally, like Case, I think they only go up to 400 grit when they sharpen their knives out of the factory. 400 grit on a belt sander. That's how they do it. Or a 400 grit on a like a grinding sander. They actually have like grinding sanders. That's it. Then they sell you the knife. So when you buy new knives from Benchmade, Spyderco, Cold Steel, no matter where you get them, none of them are polished. I think Benchmade goes up to 600. That's it. If you want a polished blade, see here? Now I'm at 8,000 grit. So you can see that thing's starting to get polish going on. Hold all questions until he finishes, please. Okay. So like I said, I'm just letting the stone do the work. Different knife, you know, different angled blades, the different swoop you're going to have, of course. But that's a good practice to get into when you're sharpening a knife. I don't know if I can zoom this in any. Can you see that better? See here now? That's sitting in the stone, right? See the shadow under the blade? Now watch as I lift it up. Right there. See the shadow disappeared. Well, that's the bevel angle of the blade, cutting edge. That's the angle I got to hold it. So now I'll pick this up and slowly turn it at that angle, put it back on my stone, and then I'm there. And maintain that bevel by muscle memory. The more you do this, the more you get used to bringing it back. I can do the same thing here, right there. Okay, that's good enough on this knife. When I do this, I take my time, and I generally put more time into it than what I just did. But I'm just showing you the principles. And I'll show you on another knife. Hold the same angle here for stroking. I usually use a You can buy these at my buddy's knife shop. This is a Jeweler's Rouge Microfine Compound by Pharmax Manufacturing Corporation. So I just take that and put it on my stroke. Paul Mills Cooper, I'm out. You don't want me here, so I'll leave. I think, what are you, like 10 years old, Paul? I think you said that the other day, didn't you? Cooper and Paul picking on each other. Same angle you sharpen, just don't go this way. Of course, you don't want to cut into the stroke. You don't have to put much pressure on this either, just barely pressure. Just knocking that burr to a fine edge. Honing it in. And when I'm done, find it. I put a little oil on it. This is 1095. Oh, and all my oil probably spilt all over my table there. There we go. You got to put oil on your 1090 high carbon steels. This ain't stainless. A little too much there. That's good to go. I'm probably actually going to sandblast this one again. I don't like when it starts putting on a patina. All your high carbon steels, always keep them oiled or they will rust on you. Just sitting in the sheath. Well, this don't want to cut worth a damn, so I didn't really spend a lot of time on it either. Man, it does cut though. It doesn't like to cut that paper crossways for some reason. I gotta spend more time on it. Yeah, it's cutting. This paper's a little too thin for it. It's a thick blade. It does cut with ease. Thick blade. Let me sharpen something else here. Something a little skinnier. You know what? I'm going to do this VG10. This is very hard. So we'll see what happens here. You don't have to tell me how to test the damn blade. Don't get me going. I know how to test the blade. I'm not going to make an accordion and go straight down on it either. Believe me, that knife will cut you. This VG10 is very hard steel, so. PG. Don't PG me. There is no PG what I just said. PG. Come on, man. I got you. PG. Ah. Parental guidance. We got children in here. Come on over. I'll show you how sharp that knife is. I don't even know why I'm sharpening this one. It'll take forever. I hate sharpening VG10. This I am putting more pressure on. Really, I should have my diamond stones on this. I loaned them to my brother-in-law, so I don't have them back yet. He wanted to sharpen his knives. But I generally just put 1,000 grit on my belt sander and sharpen these with less than a minute. That's good enough for tonight. I'm not going to spend all night sharpening. What am I doing? I don't know. Anyways. Nice rifle. What are you talking about? What rifle? Yeah, a little more sharpening on it yet, but I'll have it by tomorrow. Man. Tell you what, from my stepfather though, that's all he wanted. It's pretty sharp. I could spend another hour on it and get it really sharp, but for him, that's good enough. Ah. Oh, okay. We got SC the Pro here on testing the sharpness of the knife. Come on. Just explain it to us then. Tell me how you test sharpen a knife. You don't do it on paper? What do you do it on? You make an accordion and stand it up on the bottom and go. Is that how you do it? Is that something silly that somebody showed you and you stuck with it or what? Because I've never seen that in my life until you came on. You're the first person I've ever seen that from. I've never seen it on any other knife channels either. So how do you test sharpen a knife? How do you test the sharpness of a knife? You stand up a toilet paper roll and cut it on an angle? Because I could spend another hour on that knife and I guarantee you I can cut a toilet paper roll on an angle if I wanted to. But that thing is perfectly sharp for my stepfather. That thing was like a butter knife when I got it. I mean, you could literally go like this on it. And now it's sharp as he'll ever want it. Cut my hairs right off my arm. And my skin with it. Is that how you test sharpness of a knife? You can cut the curvings on paper right, but I haven't sharpened this long enough, okay? I tell you what, if you want to watch me on VG10, I'll spend 2 hours on this knife and then just get it to that point where it'll cut them shavings. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll go live after Sunday and I'll spend 3 hours on it on this knife or 2 hours on another knife, and I'll get that damn thing so sharp you're not going to get it sharper. And I will cut little slivers for you. Usually, yeah, you could take a blade and go across the paper up and down and it'll follow through it and cut right through it. I can do that with my sharpening. I just never have yet on camera. But for my stepfather, this is shaving the hairs off my arm. And it's sticky. Look, it's cutting my skin. Let me see here. Look at that. Cut my skin right off. Oh yeah. This thing was like a butter knife when I got it. He's happy with this, I guarantee you. Cut my skin right off, boy. Look at that. And it cuts my hairs off. You could shave with it. Maybe not a paper. But if I, like I said, if I wanted to spend another hour on this knife, VZ10 is one of the hardest steels you'll ever try to sharpen, brother. It's up there with MagnaCut and S90V. It takes a while to get these. And if I had my diamond stones here that my brother-in-law's got, that son of a bitch would be so sharp it'd be scary. Quick. Because that's what you really need for VZ10, MagnaCut, S90V, you know, Mammoth steel. You need good diamond stones. And I got them. I got a 4 set I gave him, and he's got it at home right now. And when he brings them back, I'll show you how it's done on the diamond stones. It's the best thing you can sharpen any knife with. So, anyways, he's going to be happy with that. I'll give that back to him just like that tomorrow. And I'm kind of afraid to sharpen in this one. I don't really want to sharpen it. It's never been sharpened, so I'll leave it that way. Even though I'd love to. But now, like, you take this factory knife, 400 grit max. It's not even pushing the paper. See that? Let me show you a brand new case. Now this should be a little sharp. This is a brand new case. I've never cut anything with it. You see it? It's struggling. Let me see if I can get some rolls here. You can get a little sliver going there, but then it jams up. I say that thing's probably at 600 grit, maybe max. That one just slices way through. That one struggles. 400 grit. No problem. Let me see. Let's see if we get a little sliver for you there, Justin. How's that? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, it filled there. Hold on. Let me get a new piece here. Yeah, a little sliver going there. And then it hangs up. Yeah, this needs to definitely be sharpened for about another hour. But yeah, this versus this. Big difference. You ain't getting, this is sharper than any case that you're gonna buy new right now. 400 grit. That's all they sharpen them to. You're not gonna get any case sharpened over 400 grit. Period. And you know, this knife compared to some of my German knives, this is garbage. But it's a case and it looks pretty. And that's what I wanted this video to be about. Okay. Here's a pretty double X Barlow from case, right? Pretty, huh? And actually the finish on this, or the fit, not the finish, is actually decent. But the centering of the blades, they're both off. Now I'll go get one of my German knives and I'll show you the difference. Here's my German knives. Some of them. These are 100% made in Germany. These are all 4 Bokers. Here's a few cases. Now, the difference between these German ones and these are all stamped out of sheet metal. These are all handmade by hand from raw metal. These are mass produced with flaws in them. These are handmade with no flaws in them. If you look at this blade on us, it's dead center. This is a lockback. Tree brand. Every one of these blades are handmade. Over 200 steps to pound these blades out. This is a 70s model. I'm glad you're learning, Justin. I'm glad you're learning, buddy. Okay. But again, dead center. This is the 1970s. Dead center. Dead center. Not even rubbing. Okay? Look at the spines of these knives. If I can get them all to stand up. Another 1970s knife. This one's used. It's got a little bend in the tip there. But this one's a Boker USA. I can't include this one. This is probably the finest German one that I got. Now here's a case, right? You can't see it on camera, but there's no high spots at all on this whole spine. None. There's no gaps. Nothing. And the blades on this, dead center. Okay? This knife is just a piece of hand art. Look at this one. You could feel the back of that spine's high right there. If you really look at it, there's a gap in the back here, in between the liner and the blade. And this has never been used. Then if you look in the inside of these blades, I don't think you can see it on camera. The case is known for this. If you put the tang, where the tang meets the ricasso there, you'll see like an overflow of metal. Nothing's hand ground. It's just like they stamp it, they heat treat it, it rolls over, they don't finish it, and they put it together. But if you look at any one of these German knives, they're completely flat all the way around the tang. Completely hand filed, hand finished. They're just not a manufactured knife. And they got enough employees in the shop that they can have 200, 300 of these a day done. I just don't like case knives, really. And anything past 1980, I'd say about 85. Anything past 1985, I don't like them. What do we got here? So, I'm losing everybody. Nobody's talking anymore, so I think this live broadcast is over. I really got to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, so other than them looking kind of pretty, they're just a case. I don't care for it. I'll take the German ones. Oh, Daddy's here now. Yeah, he must have got done vacuuming the floors, huh? What's up, Louis? Ain't this beautiful? That's white bone. That's handmade, 100% in Germany. Tree brand. There ain't a flaw on it. Not one flaw. And look how smooth that metal is. I mean, just look at it, will you? I can look at these knives all night long. And for a 1970 knife here, wow. This one, you can actually read it, but it's patinaed over. Premium stock knife, 6066. I think this is a 1972, but it's Delrin. It's not bone. Still, man. This one's a USA one. This is my favorite, though. It's American Wildlife Series. Or not American, it's German. But bald eagle. It's in commemorative in Germany for the American bald eagle. I like it. I carried a buck knife for 15 years. First knife I ever got. You know what? I think the Buck 110 was the first knife I actually bought first. Back in 1972. I can't get into buck. Not a fan of the looks. Well, it depends on what buck knife you get. I got a buck knife over here. It's absolutely beautiful. Well, like I said, Buck, Case, all these American companies, they just don't sharpen them past usually 400 grit. You want a really sharp blade on these new knives, American-made knives, you got to get it yourself. Look at this thing. This thing's peeling my skin off. It's never been used. How's the case do here? Barely. Scraping. Barely. Nothing. Right, nothing beats the knife you sharpen yourself, but some of them take it, some companies do take it to an extreme. But I've never seen a modern folding knife, Benchmade, Microtech. I think Microtech's probably the sharpest ones out there. But, and even they don't go past 800 grit. But you know, you really don't have to go past 800 grit to get a really sharp knife. Because once you get past 1,000, all you're doing anyway is honing the edge and polishing it. You're basically just polishing the steel. You know, 800 grit max is probably about the best for pure sharpness because it's the serrations within the edge that's created by the sharpening process that makes them really sharp. So when you go past 800 grit, your serrations are getting smaller and smaller, and therefore can really hamper the really true sharpness of a knife. So there's like a fine point. I would say between 800 and 1,000. Once you get over 1,000, you're just polishing the blade. See here, you can look on this one. I could tell this is about a 600 grit just by looking at the serrations on the cutting edge. And look at this thing's doing to my skin. I got calluses on my fingers here. Tested it on my skin. Let's say I should have gotten stitches. Well, don't. How clean cut it was. Yeah. Nothing beats a knife you sharpen yourself. My Spyderco was pretty damn sharp out of the box, sharp as I've had. Well, I got a Mannix too, and it still really hasn't been used. It's not that sharp. Even out of the box, it wasn't that sharp. I'd say it's about 600 grit. And this is the CPM S30V. I think my paramilitary 2s were a lot sharper than this. I might have cut a couple things with this, but not much. And I remember out of the box, it was somewhat sharp, but my German knives are sharper than this. Yeah, it's not that sharp. It won't even curl the paper. Yeah, a little bit. it, it sucks. But yeah, sharpen them yourself, and get a really sharp edge out of them. But you don't have to go hog nuts, man. You don't have to go up to 8,000 grit, 16,000 grit. You know, just go up to 1,000 grit and stroke it really well, and it'll be one of the sharpest knives you own. Yeah, this thing is dull. I don't think I did use it that much. I might have used it on a few things, but man, not that much. This is over $200 knife, you know. I think it'd be a lot sharper. This thing's way sharper. This thing's biting you. That thing isn't. No, I don't need to send anything to you, Louie. You're not gonna get a knife sharper than I can get it myself. I'm just not gonna do it on camera right now. I tell you what, I'll sharpen this thing off of camera, and then I'll show you what it'll do. I've never sharpened this knife, ever. What? It seems like it needs one. This Endura's a lot sharper. Yeah. Do I like German knives? It's my choice of knife. I will take a German handmade knife over any American made knife. Hands down. I brand from Germany, Boker brand from Germany, and Jim Parker's Bulldog brand. I'll take them knives over any case, any Spyderco, any Benchmade, any day, hands down. Finest knives made in the world. I can show you some of my old knives. I gotta put all these back real quick. I got a habit of leaving things out, and then by the time I'm done being live, everything's laying everywhere. This is one of the cases. I showed you these already. These German ones I got here. I'm gonna eventually fill this whole box up with German. These are all German. This is a case. I don't even know why it's in these. This is a case too. I need to take these out and put them in the other case. But, this is a Coleman Western here. I gotta get a badge for it though. A shield. I gotta find one. Look on eBay or something. Of your uncle? Do you know the German otter? Yeah, I got a couple otter knives. Yep. Otter brand knives from Germany. Yep. I got one tradition folder from Otter. Awesome knife. I'll bring it up shortly here. Yep, they are amazing, man. German axes and knives for sure. Absolutely love them. BM OPF, whatever that name is. But yeah, this is a Coleman Western one here. See. I stumbled across this somewhere. I can't remember where. I was like, oh yeah, it's got first production run on this side. Coleman Cherokee. Got the Coleman lantern on the thing there. I gotta find a badge for it. Here's an old timer. Charade, made in USA, of course. It's got some patina on it. This one's a Charade, I believe. Might be Camillus. It's Copenhagen. Chewing the back. I got the box for it and everything. Charade. Cope, USA. Got the drop point, the clip point, and the sheep's foot. Oh, that's a serrated one. Check that out. Bone handle case. Nice knives. My page collected. Your papa collected them. That's cool, Jeremy. Okay, I got a scrimshaw charade here, I believe. I actually carried this one a lot when I first got it, like 8 years ago. This is like one of the few charades I had at the time. Charade Scrimshaw, USA. Because I'm a big bass fisherman, so I had to get this with the 2 largemouth bass on it. It's got a lot of use from me. The trapper. Here's a K-bar. K-bar 1030 USA. K-bar trapper. Spade blade and flip point. German knives are cool, but they're not that exotic here in Austria since they're easy to get. Well, I mean, what do you mean by exotic? I mean, something that you want to collect that's not from close to you, or what? Because here's another case. I'll just leave these in here. This is a Granddaddy Barlow from Case. This is the best knife they ever made. It's got a half stop. This is 1970s here. With the amber bone. Granddaddy Barlow. And here's a case. Here's the amber bone too. Case Barlow. Oldie. This is about 47 to 68, I believe. Yeah, this is an old one. 47 to 68, case double X. Didn't have USA on the blade or nothing. Yep, your grandpa knew what he was getting. Bone handle knives. This is a 495. Now this is a Boker tree brand. This is made in Germany, handmade. I actually took this one completely apart and put it back together to realize I didn't really want to change anything on it. All right, this one here is the one that I did a video on. I restored. Remember, it was a rust bucket when I started. You can watch my video on restoring this. Colonial Province. My brother-in-law got this for $5 at an antique store and gave it to me. And I made a video out of it. Looks like almost brand new. You can watch the video on my channel. Yeah, I like to collect them from all over too. But no matter where I buy them from, I always turn to the German knives. I mean, the older I get, the more I appreciate the much harder and hand-skilled work that they do on them. They just don't pop out one pattern after the other like Case does, you know what I mean? This is similar to that one. That's a Colonial Province. What's this one? Colonial Province, yeah. Same year, too. But this one's Delrin, and this one's actually bone. Now, here's some Delrin here. Might even just be plastic. But it's a sable? Yeah, Sable USA. Look at how wore down that blade is. You see that? It's like somebody took a wire wheel to it. I don't think I changed anything on this. And here's another Case bar. No, this is Rough Rider. I tell you what, Rough Rider started to make them better than Case now. Chinese are passing up Case even. Thanks, Roman. You taking off? We'll see you later, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate your support. Yeah, I mean, Rough Rider, Case, they're both bone, right? Fit and finish. I think the Case has actually got this Rough Rider. There's a little bit more of a gap on this one. I need to group these together a little more, so I can get more barrels over here. Keep them together. There we go. Put that one over there. All right, that's that collection. You already seen them Bokers. These are the best cases ever made. Knife pushes down on that foam and it just keeps them right in place. If you want to talk buck, custom shop buck, this is the sweetest buck I think you'll ever own. And this is the sweetest buck I own. If they don't make nice knives, I'll tell you what. This is made by Wild Bill Cody in Buck's Custom Shop. It's called the 970 Elk Dagger. And you won't touch one of these if you can even find one on eBay, the 970, for less than $800. This is all elk antler. It's hand carved bullhead on it, silver plated. And this is this is number 65 out of 250 made. Now see, people don't realize the Buck 119 series ain't the only series of knives that Buck makes. They got a custom shop, and they make all kinds of knives in the custom shop. But they're limited, you know. There's only 250 to 500 of them at any given run. And I was fortunate enough to get this for my anniversary for my wife. I loved it so much. She said, "Well, if you want it for your anniversary, I'll get it for you." So the guy wanted 450, and I offered him 350, and he took it. And I got all the Buck 119 series knives. This is my favorite. The Buck 119 series knives are garbage compared to this thing. And craftsmanship. You know, it's got bronze, silver, and brass on a ricasso. And it just, I love it. Here's the authenticity card. Number 65 matches the knife out of 250 made. 970 elk dagger. So Buck does make some high quality, awesome knives. You just got to get them. Thumbs up, everyone. I appreciate it. Thanks, Lou. Thanks, Justin, for all you do for me. I appreciate you guys a lot. And, yeah. So this is my new baby. All right, I'll get out another. Looks like a kid shooting a BB gun, doesn't it? Knife license approved by Winchester. Knife product under license Olin Corporation. I didn't notice that. There's a scene on each side. Shooting across at a deer from a rock with a canoe there. On the other side, over a mountaintop, shooting at something probably. I'll get another folder of knives out here. You guys like all them older knives. Yeah, like I said though, Louis, mail call going out on you Monday, and I'm getting my gas tomorrow for Justin, and his will go out the next day. Tomorrow, and we'll be heat treating. Monday will be gluing up and finishing, and then Tuesday I'll send it out. So you guys will get both your packages out right away. We'll put this away, and this away. All right, I'll get the cases out for you. I know all you guys would rather see the cases. I'm starting with my least favorite, right? Okay. This one here is probably the oldest one in here. Hold on a second. And it's been used. Case tested. Where is my... case card. I don't know. Anyways, this is before the dot system. So I want to say that case tested double X. I want to say this is 1970. But you can tell it's been used. Delrin handles. Believe it or not, I've had a couple people offer me $200 for even the condition this thing's in. Before they dotted them. The years. Sheep's foot there. Spade blade there. And a clip point. What was left of it. I'd say a drop point now. It looks like they grounded it down. That's well pocket used there. This one here is my newest Navy knife. Honor, courage, and commitment. U.S. Navy, right? Gotta have one of them. Little Lander 6 coming. Yeah, I seen him. I was watching that the other day on the was it a Texas show or something like that? Yeah, he's hitting all the price ranges for everybody, ain't he? I think this is the oldest one here. This is a Coke bottle. I love the Coke bottles, Louis. Right, Louis? Red Delrin. Case double X USA. This is, I believe, 70. No, 47 to 68. Yep. 1947 to 68. 2 blades. You can tell it's pocket worn. But some knives speak for themselves. This is what knife case actually made an awesome knife. Yep, that's the 1940 to 1968. Red bone, pocket worn, you can tell. Well used. Look at that. Look at the tip on that blade. But I love a good knife with character. I'll take them any day over that. Any. I find them in garage sales. Hell yeah. Pardon my French. But yeah, Coke bottles. I love the Coke bottles. I want to start getting a lot more Coke bottles. Worked at Coke almost 16 years. No way. Here's a peanut I bought when on vacation last 4th of July. And I bought this one at the Tractor Supply in New Bern, North Carolina. Yeah, it was New Bern. New Bern, North Carolina. If you ever get a chance, Justin, go up there to New Bern, North Carolina, to the Tractor Supply. They got a whole wall, and I'm talking 20 yards long, just full of case knives. I mean, unbelievable display of knives there. It's probably the best case knife display I've seen in the whole state of North Carolina. It'd be well worth your trip to go up there, Justin. Believe me. You and Cornbed need to take a trip up there and record it. Or maybe you can meet me there when I go there next year, or this year. Yeah, this one's, what year is this one? This one is a 2000, let's see, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's and one dot. So 4 away. 2023. Right? 4 dots away. 2024. This is a year old. Here's a Delrin that I found. I can't remember where I got this little pocket knife. This is a tiny Stockman. I mean, this blade's only like 1.5 inches. And this one's a 1X left. 2019. I don't even think it's Delrin. I think it's plastic. But I thought it was cool being a tiny congressman, you know. I can see I'm going to have to set my alarm to get up at 9 o'clock. This one I bought at the local Ace Hardware. They mismarked the price on it. I got it for 14 bucks. Slim Trapper, yellow Delrin. And this is a 2000, let's see, 3X's left. So 7 away, 2017. I got it for like 15 bucks. They mismarked it. Sold. I bought this the same day, same place. I actually paid $25 for this Congressman. Delrin Congressman. Brand new. 2X's left. 2018. PG. What the heck did I say? I can say hell. What the hell, right? You act like hell's a bad word. Holy cow. It's only a bad word if you go to it. So anyways, this one I got 4th of July at the Tractor Supply in Newbury. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2024. Yep. This is that maple with the printed pattern on it. It's pretty cool. I like it. This is the only razor I think I got in my case. Well, hell, Vern. Okay. USA stainless steel, 2024. This one I had a while. I got this at an antique store. And it's a 2001, 2. Let me see. I can't read all these. Okay. 5 X's and 1 dot. So 4 away. It'd make it a 2013 copper lock with orange micarta. It's the only case knife I have with micarta. I thought it was cool with the orange. So anyways, yeah, I like it. I like the copper locks and the canoes. I just got to get more of them. Here's some of my trappers. Red jig bone trapper. This is a newer one. It's actually, this is 2021. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2023 red bone. I bought this at Ace Hardware in Bradley, Illinois. Here's one that I carved. Carved the spine on it. Put a half stop in it. I got to do some more sanding on the bolster yet. Bought this at a flea market. Texas toothpick. Tiny Texas toothpick. I paid a third of what it's actually worth. And this is a case, XXSS USA. So make this a 2000. White pearl. Or actually pearl. With the Texas on it. Texas toothpick. What's that say? Texas toothpick. RW case with the state logo of Texas with a white star in it. Tiny toothpick. And then this is a jig bone. It looks like stag, but it's not. Oh wait. I'm looking at it now. It is actually stag. Yeah, this is a stag. Barlow case. Would a half stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2024. This one's a 9/11 commemorative, and there's scroll work on the bolsters. You see it? This came out in commemorative of 9/11. It's called the 9/11 Congressman. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 2000 or what was that? One was 9/11. Yeah. Okay. Yep, 9/11. It's got 9/11 on the blade. USA SS. I don't know if you can see that or not. On the tang. I like the scroll pattern on it. Isn't that sharp? It's probably my favorite case knife. This one I got at Tractor Supply. It was in the front on display in Illinois here, and it was missing the shield. And I was looking at it out of the case, and I was like, man, there's scratches on it. Somebody used this. So I talked to the manager. This is like an $89 knife new. And I said, man, this is used and it's missing the shield. I said, ain't no way I'm going to pay a new price for it. I'll give you half of what it's worth. So they sold it to me for 48 bucks. You can see I used it a couple times. I got some junk on it. Or did they do that? It's pretty cool though. I like the pattern. It's like a green jig bone. This one is a Delrin. This is an older one too. Oh, it's got the dots, so this appears to be a 2007. You can tell it's pocket worn. Somebody used it. Am I boring anybody? Do you like seeing these knives? Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2023 Sidebuster Senior. The big boy. Got the plow on it, of course. I got all three of these with plows on them. Here's the Junior. Here's the one I put the brown micarta on. Brown burlap micarta. I redid this whole knife. This one don't have the plow on it, but this is just a regular one. This is that black handled one that I bought years back. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dots, 2022. That one I modified. Here's the Junior with the plow on it. I got the Senior with the plow and the Junior. I won't touch these. And this one is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X's and 1, 2, 2 dots, so 4 away. Would be 2016. This one's got a plow on it. This is the one that I did modify because I had 2 with the plow on it, so I figured out how I'll do one. And then this one here is a 2 dots away. It is 2022. And then I carved the spine on that, if you remember me doing it live. And then this one I took apart, put it back together, put a half stop in it. I'm talking about rounding over the rivets. That's how it's done right. I won't mention who doesn't do it right, but I think you catch my drift. Look at how perfectly rounded over them rivets are. Perfect. Because I got the right tool to do it. A sunshine cloth? What's a sunshine cloth? You mean one of these jobbies? A microfiber cloth? Yes, sir. So, that's that case. I'll get another folder out. Shall I keep going? As long as I'm on the cases. This case here lights up. Of course, it's tucked away in the back, so, but this is my bone stag case collection, and this case lights up. But here's my most expensive case I own right here. This is $500. This is a blue scroll case clasp. Look at the honker handles on that thing. I'll sell this to you, Louie, for $500, buddy. What do you say? Like Deep South says, this ain't no cheap date. I know what a sunshine cloth is. I was being sarcastic. This one here is, of course, they're all stag. Jig bone stag. Case rust lock. And that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 on the bottom, so 1 year. This is 2021. I bought this one at the Bass Pro Shop. I think I paid like 89 bucks for it then. What year is this one here? I think it's 70. Yeah, 1970. Case double X. 5172 SSP. Handmade, USA. 1970. It's not a cheap date. $500 doll hairs, baby. I was going to trade this to Billy, and I even sent him a picture and an email, and he never got back to me. I guess he's got enough case clasps. All right, I'll go here first. This one's here's a medium-sized Congress. Jig bone, stag jig bone. They're all stag jig bone. Pen knife and a drop point. It almost looks like a clip point, but I guess you could call it a clip point. It does have a little bit of a swoop to it. Yeah, I'm not going to close these up. All you need is a microfiber cloth. That's all you need. And then this one here is a 1, 2, 3, 4 X's, no dots. So I believe this one is a 2000, 2016. 2016. This is a mini trapper, a small trapper, as you will. And there's only one. There's only one X on it. So case double X. So that's the 2019. Just one X, 2019. I've never used any of these knives, if you're wondering. Next, here's the large trapper. Spade blade and the clip point, of course. Jig bone stack. They're all jig bone stack. And then this one is a (2023). Oh, just pushing over 1,000, I think, Louis. I got some in boxes that I've never even taken out, that you've never seen. And this is probably my favorite one of all the case knives I own. I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for a sow belly. I love a good sow belly. And how much better does it get than a jig bone stag handle, right? And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 2015. Sow belly. I love the sow belly. It's probably my favorite handle on a knife. I mean, I even love I love them in my hand. I just like that curve being right there in that palm when you choke up, and then when you three finger it, it's beautiful. I love these knives. I'm gonna get some German sow bellies. Check out the I brand German sow bellies from the German I brand. Oh my God, talking about a masterpiece. Wow. This ain't a sow belly? What is it? Not a sow belly? What is it? I'm forgetting my names. What is it? Saddlehorn, that's it. I'm sorry. I didn't understate myself. I love a good sow belly, and the Saddlehorn probably is my favorite one that I got. Come to think of it, I look at the box now. It is a Saddlehorn. It's hard to remember all the names. I'm not a big case collector, man. Man, Saddlehorns and sow bellies, I love them. I like the humpbacks too. Yeah, they're lovely. I like anything with them curved handles. I like, the humpbacks. I love them. Like I said, this is probably Saddlehorn, yeah. It's probably my favorite one of the case. So that's that. And this case lights up blue. You know, it's got the WR Case and Sons Cutlery Company Case Double X. That goes over it and it plugs in. I'll show it to you plugged in here in a second. Now, this one here, I redone. I did a video on. Total restore. There's one of my restore videos. I put the ironwood scales on it, cleaned it all up, inside and out. You know, I've got several restore videos. The only thing is now I got to buy a shield for it. The old scales didn't have one on it when I got it. Case double X with USA. So this is a 1970. Yep, 1970 Case Scout knife. You have some humpbacks? Cool. This is a Case Whaler. And then this one is a 1970. It's like the one A&W Designs where he took and put a lanyard hole in it. Remember he showed that one? But this one here is a 10 dot, 1970. He had a 9 dot, which is a 71. The 10 dots, if anybody knows about collecting case, are the most sought after from any decade. 10 dots. You see on the blade there, it's got that whale. Case Whaler. Yep, that's one of my favorites. So I think I got a few more cases laying around here somewhere, but I might get to them or I might not. Put this back. Here's something I made up. I gotta stick these back in place. But here I'll show you. There's that case lid up there. See if I can't. Hold on. Sorry about that. There. Now you can see it. Yep. Oop. My camera backwards. No. Okay, hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Oop. Ah, come on. Let me put my weight back on my camera. There we go. So I made this one up from a tray I bought at an antique store. And I stuck all these on it with the magnets showing the Coke. So I got to put these back on there because I actually carried this one the other day. This is Boy Scout. These are all my some of my Scout knives. The ones I like the most. But I thought this metal tray would be perfect with the magnets to display them. So then I just put these magnets on it. Hold them up. You got me a nice little Boy Scout patch there. There we go. So this displays them nice. Camp Kings. I love the Camp Kings. Have humpbacks. Camel humpback knives. This is an Imperial Scout knife. Camp King. I got a few more Scout knives in a folder. I'll get out in a little bit. I'll put my magnets back on this. Gotta peel them apart here. Ooh, wrong side. Must be missing a knife, I don't know. There we go. Maybe that goes there, I don't know. I had them just right before I took them out. There we go, that's better. This one here, maybe that goes on there. Nope. There we go. This is a USA. Put my magnets on there. And the dates are on them, 1975. Camillus. I don't like opening these two at the same time because I don't want to break the spring. They're known for breaking, so... Oh, this is on the wrong side. Come on, Clyde. What kind of humpbacks? Humpback pocket knives? There's several of them I want to get. Come on, separate, would you? These things are so strong. This one here. What does that say on there? Royal brand, USA. Camp knife. Never knew I had a Royal brand. This won't stay in the front of... There we go. This is probably my favorite camp kink here. This is in the best shape I got. This is hammer brand. Actually, I got a better one than this in my folder. But yeah, these are both Scout, a junior Scout and a Scout. Why ain't that up there? There. What in the heck? There we go. So just a little display I made here, you know, for put my Scout knives, some of the ones I like. You know, different way to display them. Is that an Oats Macintosh? What are you talking about? My computer? Doesn't say Macintosh to me. Okay. Nothing in there. A few in here. Alright, here's another one of them knives I was telling you about. This one's pocket worn for sure. I just picked it up so I thought it was cool. I knew it wasn't in good shape. I think I only paid like $10 for it. And I can't even read what it says on it. Look at how much that blade's wiggled away. Look at, and it sticks up. That's funny. I'm gonna have to grind the kick on that. Take some of that kick out so it'll go down further, but probably afraid I couldn't open it up. What does it say on it? It's probably Camilla's. Well, that's an old school one here, boy. It's got the thumb stud on the can opener. It's an oldie. I bet this one's seen some wartime. That's the can opener. That's the bottle opener. Thumb stud on a bottle opener. You don't see that too often. And then this reaming tool looks like the tip broke off and they just, whatever. It's an old cheapie, that's why it's in. But these are actually the war ones. Because it's right, these two here are both World War II. And then they're stag bone. With the easy open here. Imperial, 1940. I'll open both blades. These were issued to the troops in 1940. Easy out trooper's knife. Here's the easy out scout knife, also in 1940, given to the troops. This one says probably be a good knife to clean up for a video. I think I'll leave it out and do that, make a video out of this knife. You can barely make it out here. Made in USA. That's all it says on a blade. Yeah, this was given to the troops in 1940. Is that an Oats Macintosh? The last blade you had? What do you mean? Folding knife? In that last set that I... Scout knife? No, I don't think I own any Macintosh. Really. I thought you was talking about a computer. Sorry about that. This carbon takes the rust off. Yeah, that's an oldie. I think I'm gonna clean this one up. I'm not gonna mess with these scales or take it apart, but I'm gonna reshape this blade. I think that'll be my next video. I'm gonna leave it out. I'm gonna make it look really nice. I might even bring this down more and make it a true sheep's foot. Won't hurt it because it's so pocket worn. But it is a military World War II knife. Maybe I'll just clean it up and leave the character. Looks like they dinged the blade here. But I can get it to shine. Just leave the patina on the blades and shine up the bolsters. Here's a Klein Son, I think. Yep, Klein and Son. Chicago, Illinois. Electrician's knife. King Cutter, 1898. Melville Lindenberg's Flight 3 blade pocket knife value. Well, you're going to have to look that up, but I couldn't tell you offhand. 1898 King Cutter. I'd have to do some research on that one. But I could tell you, if it's in excellent shape, you can be looking in the thousands for it. If it's an authentic 1898, I'd say 1200, 1400, just a guess. Depending on the condition, you know, if it's beat up, worn, pocket worn, used, sharpened down, you know, it could be only worth $300-400. Yep, I love a good Barlow. As long as it doesn't say case on it. Yep, Klein and Son. Chicago, Illinois, my hometown. This one here, I bet that's the Klein and Son too. No, Ulster. Now I put this brown micarta scales on this one. That's brown burlap micarta. I took it all apart and cleaned it up. Ulster, USA. I got a video on that one too. This one here, look at this. Hopalong Cassidy. The bale's missing on it. Maybe I'll make one day for it, really nice. Hopalong Cassidy. Now, you know this thing's from the 50s. Hammer Brand USA. That tank stamp is a 1948 to 1962 tank stamp. Oh yeah. This is probably made before your grandfather was born, Cooper. I know it's made before your grandfather was born. Okay, I got some better ones in here, I think. Oh yeah, I got my melon testers here. Look at this Slim Jim, huh? Ross-free Germany, baby. Yellow bone. You see the Ross-free on the tang there? Handmade in Germany. This is my favorite watermelon tester here, this next one. I had to get this one when I seen it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Easy open. Oh yeah. Queen Cutlery. Look at it. It's a Coke bottle. It's a Coke bottle now. I love a good Coke bottle. With the easy out cutout. So you don't see the, you know what I mean? But that's a Coke bottle. By Queen Cutlery. It's a user. But a well-kept user. pocket worm. Oh, I got only one Rambo knife, and it's a huge. But I know some of you youngins like them fixed blades, swords, and all them goodies. But I'm not. My page ain't really about that. It's about folding knives, traditional and modern. What the heck's this saying on it now? I can't read that. I can't even read that. Maybe the main blade will show it. Yeah, this is an anvil knife. See, it's got an anvil on the scale there. And it's just called an anvil knife. Anvil Knife Company, USA. Something different. Thought I'd grab it. I absolutely love the Delrin scales on this. This is sweet. This is a Hammer brand, 1948 to 62. Look at that. Look at them scales. Isn't that cool? Still here, Louie? Did you fall asleep? You're known for doing that. Justin fell asleep. He's gone. I have to get up in 4 hours. Oh my God. And then here's some Imperials. You know. And this is just, these knives have a plastic coat cover over a metal cover. And see, I took it was chipping away the plastic cover on that one so it don't look like that one anymore. But it's essentially the same knife. This one's a junior congressman, or stockman. It's got more of a square bolsters, rounded off on the junior. Well used, you can tell. This one here, I actually put acid in all these grooves. Kind of give it like a stonewash look. We're here. Okay. Cool. Uh, one more on this side. And here's another big one. See, this is what this one used to look like with the plastic covers on it. See, you take the plastic covers off, that's what it looks like. Which is cool. The plastic covers disintegrate or disappear. You always got a cover on it. Okay, here's some of my favorites right here. By far, some of my favorites. I love Craftsman knives by Schrade and Camillus. Craftsman here. This is jig bone, stainless, stainless. Craftsman stainless, USA, 9552. So I believe these were made by Camillus for Craftsman, because it doesn't say Camillus on it, but I can tell by the work. I know this is Camillus. Here's another Craftsman, smaller. This is the baby trapper. This one's by Schrade, I believe. Craftsman USA. What's that say on there? Craftsman USA. I know it's Schrade because Schrade's made them for Craftsman, and this is their famous, I forgot the name of it. Damn, they're known for that, with the long sweep. Yep, see the Craftsman saw shield on it. few more Craftsman here. Okay, Sears Craftsman. Stainless steel. Stockman. Medium Stockman. You can see here on the blade. I don't know if you can read that or not. Got Craftsman series on the blade. Yeah, these are charades. Man, can't remember. Yep, I've always liked Charade too. Charade and Camillus, iconic companies. Another Craftsman. Now this is by Camillus, I can tell. See, it doesn't have that swedge. Charade had the swedge when they made them. See the swedge on the clip point? Camillus didn't. That's how you can tell them apart. And too, if you look at the back, here's another giveaway. Okay. There's two liners on the right here. And then single liner, single liner. All right. That's the Camillus. Charade, single liners all the way across. So if you don't have Charade on the knife, or Camillus on the knife, you look for that extra liner. If there's two liners on one side, it's a Camillus. And if it don't have that swedge, Camillus. Camillus, Charade always put the swedge on. And they only use single liners. Not a double liner on one side. Just a little tidbit for you to remember if you collect these or get them. And then here's the full size Stockman Craftsman knife. Craftsman USA, made by Camillus. See here? The double liner. Double liner, single liner, single liner. Charade never did that. So that's, and then they don't have the swedge on the clip point. That's how you know it's a Camillus. Double liner, Camillus. No swedge, Camillus. Swedge, Charade. Single liners, Charade. Remember that. Sheep's foot on this one. This is my favorite right here. My buddy Claude Williams actually sent me this one for Christmas. Craftsman USA. Love it. 3-bladed. It's got the smaller spay blade. Sheep's foot blade. And the clip point. And I love Camillus' nail nick. They're just wonderful. That's that on them. I got a few old timers here. I used to have a few others too, but I'll start with the big trapper here. This is the big trapper with the pin. It's a pin, not a pen. Other side's got the tweezers. Precision tweezers. It's got the spay blade and the clip point, of course, right? Like your modern trapper. Charade USA 96 OT. That's the large trapper by Charade USA. Here's the large Stockman here. And then I got a mini Stockman. 80T. Clip point. Small split spay. And sheep's foot. Unused, really. And last but not least, on this side, another old timer here, American made. And this is the 120T, the small trapper, the mini trapper, I guess. Large trapper, mini trapper, and I don't have a medium trapper. I might somewhere. I don't know. I gotta look. So, I got a few in here. What's this one? Winchester. Stainless. Now, you know that's Chinese. Some of these are Chinese. Not all of them. I think just these here. This one here, stainless steel. You know it's Chinese because it doesn't have anything on it. There's no U.S. markings on it. But it's pretty cool. I like it. Got a little pearl inlay in there. Oh, this is a little Imperial. I don't know what you call that. A Stockman, mini Stockman, a baby Stockman, or a peanut. I'm not sure what they'd call this. I don't think they call them peanuts Imperial, right? This is Colonial. Not Imperial, it's Colonial. Oh, you know it. I prefer carbon over stainless any day. Easier to sharpen. Sharpen them like a razor. You know, they're more practical in the field. I don't like a knife, you know, and that's why Buck switched from the 440C to the 428C, because the 428C was much easier to sharpen in the field with the Buck 110s. This is a Chinese-made Buck 381. Another Chinese-made Buck here, little mini stock. No, this is an old timer. I think this is a Chinese, yeah. Probably the only charade I got from China. But it's cool. Little wood handles on it. And this guy here, I believe is American. This is a Buck. 375, 1960. Or what was it? 2016. Buck. But it don't say USA on it. China. Yeah. Little mini Stockman, China. Yep, I prefer carbon over stainless any day. Gerber. Silver Knight, Japan. Look at some of that. McCullen's Ace. Made for an Ace Hardware somewhere. McCullen Ace Hardware. Pretty cool. A couple blades on it. Made in Japan. At that. A charade, right? A Gerber. Made in Japan. Japanese make some good knives, man. Here's an oldie here. This is American made. Look at that old Delrin, huh? Starting to move away from the bolsters. Pocket worn oldie, but goodie here. Colonial Province. Nothing special. Look at this little guy I got. I don't know where the heck I got it. I think my buddy Bob at his antique store gave it to me. But, Chester Cheetah. And this is by, man, it's so small. Imperial. Look at that thing. Got two different scales on it. Chester Cheetah on one side and the stripes on the other. Now this one I think is a Chinese one, but man, I really like the scales on it. This is like three-dimensional. It's clear epoxy with a pattern underneath it. What is this one? I think this is one of my otters. Hold on. No, this is a, I believe it is China, those Copperhead Creek. Copperhead Creek, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ever see one of them? I need to look them up. Copperhead Creek, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wow. Texas toothpick from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Flea markets and garage. Let's say here, have an awesome possum day, boss. Okay, you too. Flea markets and garage sales are great for buying knives for pennies. That's what I do every year. I hit them all. You got that right. Imperial. Little slim Stockman here. Man, is this thing slim and tiny. Imperial Providence, USA. Little guy. And then this one here. If it's insurance, I write it. Established 1910. Harry J. Leach. Phone number, Morris, Illinois. Now, I don't know if you know, but this is 10 minutes from my house. This was made from the Morris Cutlery Company in Morris, Illinois. They were known for the see-through display logos for businesses. And these things are rare. I mean, Morris Cutlery Company, Morris, Illinois. It's the adjoining town from me. And they're hard to find on eBay. And when you do find them, they're easy 300s. And this is the only one I got from them. And I want to get some. I've been looking and looking for some really nice ones. Haven't found one on eBay floating around yet. Yeah, this is a business card folder from Morris, Illinois. 15 minutes from my house. And this one here is 1910. They were established in 1898. So they made knives from 1898 to the early 50s. All right, these are both. Oh, we'll get to this one first. This is a buck, USA. I need to clean this one up, but the blade's broke. I need to find a blade for it. I would assume this was a mini spay. What's this one here? But it's such a nice looking knife. Just somebody snapped the blade on it. You know what? I bet I could send this in the buck and they'll put a new blade on it for me. Forever warranty, right, guys? I'm gonna have to leave this out and send it in the buck. That way I don't have to do it. They got blades for it. Yeah, it's worth more if you don't clean them. It just depends on the knife, really, though. Some knives you get, they'll never amount to nothing. Even some of the American brands, you'll never really get more than 100 or so out of them. But rarity-wise, don't clean them. Like this one here, from what, 1914, 1910, I'll never touch it. Leave it just the way it is. Somebody in 1910 used the hell out of this knife, right? But anything highly collectible, yeah, don't touch it. So that's all I'm on that side. No, I didn't show you these. This is a Roku from Japan. Browning, no, it's Browning. And this is actually Stag. Browning, and I want to say this was made in either Japan or the U.S. Yeah, model 530 Japan. That's a pretty cool knife, though. The Japanese make great knives, man. What are you saying PG for? What did I say now? Type it. Let me see. You're killing me. You want me to PG your ass like I have been? I don't think so. Okay. Pilot test run. Case. And this is a 1X left, so this is uh, 2019 test runs, and they were the woodchuck series, and they made all the different patterns out of this wood. This is the American flag one, this one, and this one. I used to have a set of 3. I had a trapper too, but they're slim, made in America, and for every one that you bought, they planted a tree somewhere around the world. So, you like the flag knife? Yeah, these are case. 2019 test run, pilot test run. I had a set of 3. These are both lockbacks, and then I had a folder, another test run case. And this one is older, I believe. Yeah, but it doesn't have any marks on it. This is laser etched. This is stamped. This is what you like, Louis, the stamp. So I think this is 2000. Yep, them are cases. Oh, I didn't show you these either. This is a fishing knife here. I love the scales on this. It's like a foil wrap of some sort, but this is Hammer brand 1950s. Single bladed fishing knife. I love them scales on it. What are you talking about? Keep what the knife talk? You dictating my rules now? What I can say and can't say? Come on, really? This is the Roku here. You're killing me. Roku 440 Spain. This is made in Spain. And it's deer stag. It's probably one of the oldest ones I got in my whole collection. I probably had this knife for 30 years. Hey, it's my page. If I don't want to talk about knives right now for the next 10 minutes, I won't. But what we've been doing for the last 2 hours, talking about knives. What do I usually talk about? Not knives. Shut up. This is a Roper, military vet-owned company. They're made in China. Well, you could pick these up at Tractor Supply for like $20. Lockback, sidebuster style knife. You support the vets, the vet-owned company, you know, when you buy them. So they got a couple other cool ones I want to check out and get probably. All right, go ahead and leave then if you don't like what I'm saying. That's all I got to say. Good night. So, Kingston. Congressman, I guess they'd call it. Yeah, just don't dictate to me what I should talk about. I don't think I've talked about nothing but knives. I know what you're coming at. Don't trip my trigger, kid. Buck 303 USA. I showed this one already. All right. Here's a Bantam. This is my carpenter's saw. Local 174, our 125th anniversary. I retired 3 years ago. So it's got my carpenter's logo on it. Local 174, Will County Carpenters. 43 years, Union Carpenter. Here's a fishing knife. Imperial. It's got it sideways on the blade this time. Look at the dog on there. After, man, with the dogs on them like this. The foil wrap or whatever they, tin wrap they call it. I thought it was cool, so I had to get it. I like fishing knives. I've got several here. What's this one here? another roper. So I got two roper knives, the Whetstone company. This one here and this trapper. So I thought it was cool. I think I paid like $9 for that one, 20 for that one. Man, oh man, I'm telling you what. Having a good night, doing pretty dang good. Somebody's always got to twist my trigger. Hammer brand. You know, I'm not smoking like a fish anymore on my channel. I don't want to do that anymore. Here's another one. I love these Delrin handles, man. They're just beautiful. Another sideways Imperial. Okay, kid, don't you trick my trigger either. I chased Justin off. Don't let me chase you off either. All right. This one's in good shape. I love that pearl looking Delrin. Imperial USA. So many older knives didn't lock. What do you mean by that? Oh my God. Some people just gotta go. See you later, Keith Stokner, whoever the hell you are. PG! Here's another pearl one here. All right. Another Imperial USA. Okay. Here's a doctor's knife. This is and what was this one again? German bull. This is new unused. I bought this a couple years ago, I think. Handmade German stainless. This needs to be in with my German knives over there. Doctor's knife. Well made. Look at no gaps. You can't even compare a case to this son of a gun here, boy. I'm telling you what. So, anyways, Steel Warrior. I think this is a Chinese one here. It's actually got bone on the scales. Steel Warrior, 440 stainless. No company other than Steel Warrior. Does anybody know Steel Warrior? I think it's Chinese. I don't even remember the name. Last but least in this folder here, Gabriel shock absorber. Advertisement knife, made in USA. And I think that's all it says on it, just made in USA. I would assume this is probably made by Colonial. Yep, that's it in this folder. Yeah, I might as well stay up and PG my ass to sleep. No, but stay up and go straight to get that item I wanted today. Okay, here's one here. Timberline. You don't want to drop this one. Model 8010 comes in a beautiful case. This is all ceramic. And it is sharp. I bet you this is sharper than a case knife. What do you want to bet? I got newspaper here. Oh yeah, that's sharper than a case knife by far. Getting too small. But hey, it's way sharper than a case knife. And it's ceramic. What's that tell you? But it's the only ceramic knife I own. They actually make a lot of kitchen knives out of ceramic. Yeah, it's like a blue color finish, but it's not blued on. That's the way the ceramic is, unless they bake that color into it. But it is cool, ain't it? Timberline ceramic. It's my camera's backwards, but, you know. Oh yeah. I just keep it open here in the case. Nice little metal case for it. I think I paid like $45 for it. I'm not gonna keep going on knives anymore. I'll just show you what I got going out in the mail Monday. Uh, this is this one here though. I didn't carry specifically this one. I got it in there, the one I carried in the Navy. Marlin spike on it as a boatswain's mate. This is what I carried. But this is an old vintage Rough Rider. Rider. It said tested R sharp Rough Rider on the blade down the bottom. Sheep's foot for cutting the rope. Marlin spike for working knots out of the rope. I carried one of these every day when I was in the Navy. If I can find it, I'll show you my Navy one, but I don't remember where I put it. It's in there. But yeah, this is for Big Jim Barlow here. I customized the sheath for him for horizontal carry. It was just a survival tool. You put your, your go bag, or your camp bag, or your survival bag. It was, and you can buy these for $50. The dagger, and then you put them on a piece of wood. You know what I mean? Make yourself a spear on a branch. That's basically its purpose. It's a Japanese high carbon steel, so it's not stainless, but for emergency purposes. And this guy, Big Jim Barlow Jim, he wanted it as a knife, so I said, "Oh, I guess I can make a handle." So I put cherry wood on it, brass spacer, the thickness of the tang, and hand carved it, and put the vine pattern all the way around it. And I tied him last night, a live video I did, square knot, box knot with that cherry wood, and then I filled the gaps of the carving with red epoxy. So it turned out nice. I like it. Now this one here I'll finish up tomorrow. And I got some other knives I got to heat treat tomorrow. This will be polished up, ready to go. I'll put a lanyard on it and it'll be going out in the mail Monday. Pocket drop for one of my boys. And then my other boys, fighting knife's going to be off by Wednesday too. That spike, or you mean the Marlin spike? It's called a Marlin spike. That's what this is. Its official name is a Marlin spike. When I carry the Navy, see if I can find it. Here it is. Oh man, my phone's gonna die. Gotta plug in my phone. There we go. Little bally song. This is a cheap bally song. Ain't one of them expensive ones. Yeah. Got the boxing way here. It was a long time since I worked with one of these. I don't care about all that fancy flip shit. I pull it out on a sticky with it. Anyways, I just pulled out a scarf. Broken open. Now this is what I had. I bought this in the Navy. 1990. And I gotta get some screws for it. Because I used the hell out of it. Let's see, this has got a chock key on it, they call it. Chocks and a screwdriver here at the end. But this ain't your typical military one. I actually bought this one off base because I liked it so much, but I haven't used it since I got out of the military. I lost a couple screws in it and I just put it aside, never touched it. So I'm gonna get some screws for it, get it back in shape again. Got a chock key. Chocks were used for sails and windlasses. Setting your key up on your chock for securing your windlass lines. And then your typical sheepfoot blade again. Screwdriver here. And then here's the marlin spike. And I got a sheath for it. So I bought this off base in Chesapeake Bay in West Virginia. I've had it ever since. So what's that make it? Like 35 years ago, 38 years ago, 91, somewhere around there, 36 years ago maybe. So, anyways, here's a Boker neck knife. Take the lanyard off. Oh, you gotta squeeze it somehow. Here we go. Oh, you just flip it out. But you gotta squeeze it to close it. Or open it to close it. There we go. Open it to close it. Open it to close it. And it just clips back on the lanyard there. Boker. Magnum Boker design by Voros. OS 8. Made in Taiwan. Yep. Yeah, I'll get all these things. These little doodad inventions heat treated tomorrow. I got Louis behind me. Yep. And I got some knife sheaths to go out Monday. Oh yeah. So oh, marlin spike, that's what it is, yep. Specialty knife for correction officers that's used in case prisoner hangs himself. I forget the name of it. It's a strap cutting belt, strap cutter. It's used in fire and rescue too. Louis knows about that. He's a fireman. Not Louis. I mean Justin. Damn it. Er, excuse me. Darn it. Justin's a fireman. South Carolina fireman. But yeah, so I'm gonna start prepping and getting things ready for my big giveaway. For my thousand giveaway. So and I can't say for 1,500 giveaway because I'm coming up on 1,500 now. Give what to you, big dog? Take what? My little dial press. Look at this thing. I press them hands on the knife dials. Them tiny hands. It presses them in place. And look at this one. Sitting back there. That's the second hand. That's the smallest one. That's the smallest hand in the back. Just pressing the dials on. I'm yet to get that thing on. Oh. Whatever you're giving away, you got to win it. You got to come and watch me every Sunday night. You got to live in the U.S. You got to be 18 years of old or older. That means you got to show us an ID and you pay for the shipping. So you might win something I make worth about $70. Like this one here, I'd sell these for $75. The gentleman won it and he paid for shipping. So if you get something free, the least you can do is pay for the shipping. Because I give away every week. But you got to be present, and you got to be present to all our lives on Sunday night. After your second time you appear live on a Sunday, then you're eligible to be in the drawing. Because if I don't do that, there'll be 20 people that's lurking in the shadows watching and not talking to anybody. And then, like now I got 47 people watching with only 10 people talking. Less than that maybe. And some of them people will get in that free drawing and they're disqualified right away. You gotta interact with us for 2 Sundays to be eligible. 18 or older and live in America. Yes, sir, I made that holster. Or, yes, son, I should say. You're probably way younger. I make all my leather goods. Everything. And that doesn't make me better than anybody else that makes leather. I just love doing leather work. And I make all the leather work for all my knives and, I love doing it. And I love sharing it with y'all. That's what it's about. Sharing what I do, sharing what I love, which is usually the same thing you all love. That's why you're here. Oh, cool. Detroit, the Motor City. Yeah. good old Detroit River there, where Chris Craft boats were made. I've been to St. Clair several times with the Henry Ford's mansion, and absolutely stunning. The guy was God. He had more. He was revered around the world as a king to many. Supported many countries, many economies. He had every king and queen in his back pocket. The guy was just revered. Amazing. And you know what? He drove a Chris Craft boat to work every day in the summer. He only drove his vehicles in the winter. He had a collection of Chris Craft boats that he drove right out from underneath his mansion through the lagoon and out on Lake St. Clair to the Detroit River to work every day. Yep, German Bull brand. That's beautiful. It's the only doctor knife I got, really. I love it though. It's going in the German collection. I don't know why I had it in that one slip. I'll show you a couple of my handmade knives. For the fellow that wanted to see a Rambo knife, here you go. Rambo 3. 13.5-inch blade. That's a honker. Made by Gil. It's a Gil Hibden reproduction. Of course, if you want him to make you, this is modeled after the same exact knife, but it's made in China for Gil Hibden. Still a $200 and some knife. But to get one made from Gil Hibden, this knife especially, it'd cost you $2,700, and you'd be lucky to get it in 2.5, 3 years. That's how booked he is. Popularity, you know what I mean? The more popular a knife maker is, the more expensive it is. So here's one of my custom knives that I was sharpening earlier. And I make like all my leather. This has got the Kodiak edge on the blade. It's got a see-through mosaic Kodiak bear pin on it. Brass and black denim micarta fluted. I put a rock finish on the spine. It's one of my custom design knives. I designed the whole knife and made it myself. Kind of like a Skinner combo. This one here is my bushcraft. Got a ferro rod here. You can tell it's been used pretty good. This is a Kydex wrapped in leather sheath. What they call a hybrid sheath. And I put the Celtic knot up the spine here because I'm Irish. And if you look at this through the light, that's orange plexiglass liners. You can see the pins going through it. Brass bolster. This is my bushcraft. This is the one I carry in the woods myself. 1095, 3/8 of an inch thick. So that's what I make. You can see my short videos on it, on both of these knives. Just a couple of my knives. My own customs. So man, it's 5 o'clock. Let me see. I can get 4 hours of sleep if I go to bed right now. Pistol holster? No, that ain't that's a horizontal carry holster. Or sheath. It's got my leather logo on it, backwards leather. So, I think I'm knife talked out for the night. My boatswain's whistle when I was in the Navy. Blew this on ship all the time. Anybody was coming aboard or anybody of importance coming aboard or leaving, I had to blow it. All aboard who's coming aboard. Lieutenant Colonel Tom's coming aboard. So, no, I'm not calling. I'm going straight to bed, brother. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm done talked out for a night. So that's that. I only wanted to do this an hour, and well, you look what happened. You know what I mean? So it was a good night. You know, I talked about a lot of good knives and what everybody loves to see. You know, and I'm gonna get off. I gotta set my alarm. I gotta get up because I gotta go up north. It's an hour drive, and I'm gonna do that now. So I'll give you a holler as soon as I get back. Well, you don't have to thank me. I don't like talking about my military experiences or being in the military. If I would have known then what I know now about the military, I would have never joined. But it was an experience, you know. The Kuwaiti liberation was something else. I'll never forget it, and I'm glad I made it back. I just feel sorry for all the children that are in there now. Yeah, I got something on this blade. I'm going to carry this one today, too. Oh, my God. Why do you want me to call? I'm going to talk 5 minutes, and that's it. Okay. Thanks for watching, folks. Peace.